talk about the best way to judge and buy the games that are right for you. Let's get out of this menu. Let's play music be loud. Gonna start at X-Men. And before I really start with X-Men, what I'm gonna say is a lot of titles, just X-Men 1. See, to show off the differences between how we play games these days is if I bought, I don't know, some sequel to this game,
Children of the Atom,
and the general sequel to this, the latest thing was, what is that? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, technically. So let's say there was even a new thing made. Immediately everybody might want to complain about it either when they purchase it and actually play it, or when they also are playing, like, don't even purchase it. They just judge it before you try it. For starters, I would always judge a game if you just try it and you're willing to try it.
You wanted Children of the Atom.
Yep. Iceman. If you ever play this, anybody, Iceman in single player mode, always. Don't know anyone who beat it without Iceman. But if you fight your friends, pick whoever.
Round 1. Fight.
But, gonna see. One of my main things was, you have to judge it before you try it. But you have to try it before you judge it, sorry. A little distracted by this. And usually I'm not a big fan of this game. I like it a lot because it's just X-Men specifically, but like it could be pretty tough to win. Especially when you're not playing as Iceman.
Round 2. Fight.
But I only know this from actually trying it. And what I would want to get out of this game is being able to play as different X-Men characters. So I'm like, I gotta try this. But personally, there's other characters I would pick first. Usually before Iceman, I would try like Magneto or Cyclops, Wolverine, but usually when I try them, I can't get too far. Furthest I've gotten was with Iceman. And generally, I have a personal happy reception with this still because I don't believe in older games being really easy anyway. I really like the music in it. Visually speaking, when I could see it more, it was very cool. The way it was drawn and everything. But for the most part, you know, I have to judge this the way it is. And people that play modern games might not like it. Because, for example, I could criticize a modern game because I'm looking for a retro game to play. So I can't go in with the retro game mentality thinking this new game is gonna be like the same kind of animations and hitbox and combo system and mechanics. And it might hurt, but that's what's good about these ports. That's why I bought a port. This collection, Marvel vs. Capcom collection. It's also why I used it as an example today. Now let's see if I can remember how the heck I don't want to accidentally end the stream. Just need to get to the menu. PlayStation version. I want to guess it's this. Haha! Thank goodness. I'm not gonna lie, I usually play this on a different console. Let's see. How the heck do I get... Ah, there we go. But basically, love X-Men, but I would actually play X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel Superheroes that has both X-Men and Avengers and Street Fighter in one game. So more than that, but we'll get to that point soon. So the next one is Marvel Superheroes.
Marvel Superheroes!
Alright, this game is fun because you actually get to use the darn Infinity Stones, and it says upgraded mechanics from the upgraded mechanics actually from the X-Men Children of Atom. And so it tends to play a little like kind of faster, more or less smoother, and the Infinity Stones is really cool. You know, Thanos is the boss, you know, in general. I've had pretty much a lot of fun playing this with different characters. There are times it gets pretty difficult, and when it comes to these games, if you gotta make it through 2 rounds, it's like, damn. So, you know. Now, how does this affect buying the games? I bought this game. Luckily, I knew what I was looking for and have experience playing some of these in the old arcade or like 40 PS1 versions, a Dreamcast version, a PS2 version. But if you're going for a new game, you have to have a very open mind. I bought Infinite, and I don't play it a lot. I think it's very realistic, and doesn't have the same amount of tag systems.
One for JJ.
One for JJ. How about not into the stream? One for me. But you know the tag system is way different in each Marvel vs. Capcom game, from the first, the second, the third, and Infinite being the fourth. And depending on what you're looking for, mechanics-wise, like how you prefer to play, you'll get a whole different outlook on stuff. But it could make someone hypercritical.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter!
Alright, this game I could just fly through it between this one and the next one, because I just... The tag system in this... I like how, like, old school it is, but, like, this game, you can only tag out really well. You can't assist too easily. I do like that, I believe it has the light, medium, heavy system with all 6 buttons. Where in Marvel vs. Capcom it's a 4-button system. And your heavy attacks are like tag assist, basically. So, you know, being opinionated to what you're looking for helps a lot. I'm just out to blasting the hell out of it today. Alright, so let's say I want to switch. There we go. Pretty smooth switch. You don't have to think twice. Yeah, you can tell this game is like real smooth, man. Especially for a Halo game. You know. Oh shit, I switched to that. Finish where he started, yes. That's good about to finish him.
Good night, sugar.
Well, good morning. Up. And back in. And it's back in.
Let's go.
I don't know if you could tell, I'm already like super sucked into this game. So that already naturally, without even having to think, tells me like, I love it. I really love playing these team-based games on here, because that means, you know, if I love playing the team games, I like the smoothness of the tag system, I'm definitely looking to playing as a team of characters. I'll admit, I love playing as the superheroes though, because it's like, the Street Fighter people are usually human, so it's like, yeah, they're fun to use as well. In some cases, if it's Marvel vs. Capcom, the balancing is like, feels ridiculous. Anyway, to get back to the regular point though, I should beat this on a different title stream, is that I'm clearly getting a lot of what I want to buy, but pretend I had to buy all of these individually. Oh boy, do I miss Blockbuster. What? Because then I could rent the game first. I would have rented Children of the Atom, and I would say to myself, maybe I'll buy it if I have the extra money one day, but maybe I'd go for this one, and these are like the only two available. Probably go for this one if I had to personally own it. Wait on this one till it gets cheaper. And if this came out, I would be super hooked to it. I would like go back immediately and want to buy it. And if I had to choose between these two, immediately X-Men versus Street Fighter. But then how about this one? The direct sequel and competitor. Let's find out.
Superhero versus Street Fighter.
And I will say something. God, we need like a rental system. What again? Like seriously, it would be so good if you could just rent the game to try it and then consider buying it. They also had that mailing thing after Blockbuster. What was it called? Gamefly, I think. I don't know if that exists still, but that was a good way to test out games and they let you buy it if you like it. Just like Blockbuster. Yeah, I know this one is a little easier to do the tag assist move. I do like that about this game. Oh, that was nice. I can't believe I got that. I'll admit though, see, this would be really hard. Like, I would be stuck in a, if these games came out directly after, like, too close to each other, it'd be hard to afford, because I'm like, I would need both. The X-Men feels really good and more fun, including if you beat X-Men, depending who you finish it with, X-Men versus Street Fighter, you will fight your partner in the end. Like, it's kind of fun, but this one you just fight Apocalypse, and after that is Cyber Akuma, which is challenging, so I did find that fun. This one, though, has like, like Captain America and X-Men people. This was like Marvel vs. Capcom before it was the original Marvel vs. Capcom. This is what led to it, definitely, as you'll see here. But, like, depending what I'm trying to get out of this is, like I said, I would like both of these games, and it would be hard to even pick one. So hopefully they would have came out a year after each other or two.
Marvel vs. Capcom, Clash of Superheroes.
Now, in my experience, I don't usually like this one because I swear I can't like switch out. And I don't know, it just something about the system. What I do like about it is that each Marvel vs. Capcom has a different super villain. So I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of being able to fight the different super villains in each game. I have all 4 of them, Marvel vs. Capcom, so get to enjoy all the different bosses. That's pretty fluent. I'll admit I did not really play this too often, but it feels new to me. I'm literally seeing how I feel about it again. Okay, I can switch in and out. Trying to win. Know everything. The fact it sounds like some anime thing is ridiculous, though. Trophy. But that's just funny. This is pretty fun and has a bigger roster, so it's like, depending when these games come out, one would outsell the other. For what I'm looking for, these 3 are just wow. I'm gonna just get to some of the good stuff. So, like, if I had to decide which one I like better, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or Part 4, since that's mostly what everyone plays and what I mostly look forward to playing. Yeah, the big debate is usually between 2 and 3. I love Part 2 over Part 3, and I'll show you why.
Versus Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes.
For starters, I like that this roster has like a lot of characters, from Darkstalkers and X-Men. You don't see enough of that, along with some of the other Capcom games, and a pretty bitchin' overall Marvel roster. Part 3 definitely brought in an awesome roster, but the gameplay and for what I'm looking for, like there's more X-Men people for starters, is a big deal to me. So I know, judging on 2 games, I want 2 over 3 but depending what somebody wants from this game series, someone would easily pick 3 over 2 and tell me I'm like wrong about it. So what that means is if part 3 was the brand new game, you know, you can't trash on people for picking part 3, but you can't trash on people like part 2. So the main point of all of this is the best thing that we have today is the fact that games are being ported. You don't even gotta look up ROMs and stuff. They are trying to port every game under the sun. They recently porting a game called Scourge Hive. Very, like abstract, obscure, not well-known title from the Game Boy Advance. Really fun game. It's a action RPG. It's like an action RPG and like a adventure sort of platforming thing, and you gotta shoot these things from your hands in the beginning. That feels like Dragon Ball Z a bit to fight these aliens. And it has like really good game physics. Similar art to like Avatar, was like a cartoon and anime looking. Really cool for a GBA game, but nobody really knows it, but they're porting it. So imagine all the major titles that we miss, that we prefer to play. Like, I don't know if this is a real example, but, you know, like, oh, I don't like Uncharted 3, but I really liked part 1 or part 2. You know, they tend to port the whole collection, or just, one at a time. So we don't have to, like, debate so hard because we have actual options. I think that's the best thing that happens these days is every generation they keep porting the same thing. Like, you can complain, oh, they're selling us the same game and porting it, but I mean, I guess take care of the copies that you get while physical copies are even available. So we already know Switch 2 is going to go non-physical completely, and possibly the next generations might do it. I mean, I know it's kind of starting already, so. But, you know, this is why what do I really like? Yeah, I love Street Fighter and stuff, but, like, this game, I don't know, this is ridiculous. I like that I can create this kind of team. Yeah, let me select this.
Sure.
So look how ridiculous but awesome of a team, and then the mechanics this will be. So let's pick Cyclops. I like Cyclops.
Select your assist type.
Projectile. The strategy is great. Did he cancel it?
I forgot how to pause with this. Sorry about that.
What is it?
You're still on. Who's the next character?
Cyclops, projectiles, Captain America.
Jay, how you doing?
Select your assist
I'm alright, just finishing up this short video / stream. How are you doing today, though?
Your mic is a little low compared to the game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure my mic is low or I'm not talking loud enough, but this game audio has like really loud music. Thanks for the feedback.
I've been surviving. Trying to hold it together since a couple months ago.
Well, you should definitely keep holding it. Sometimes we go through stuff and, you know, important thing is having good support. And I am very certain you have a friend out there who will gladly support you. Someone you can message. I think you know a guy. He's always there for you. Oh, if that's Captain Dash. I was gonna say Juggernaut, but pick Ruby Heart. This is a freaking pirate lady. This is crazy. But the thing is, there's a strategy in each of the teams you build. That's why I love this game. The strategy feels more relevant in this game when compared to Marvel 3, so that's why I would buy it. But maybe you're looking for something a little just more heavy on mechanics, 3D physics, and a little less strategy. Then you might want part 3, including their amazing roster that rivals this one pretty hard. It's got a lot of modern characters, like 2010 stuff, and this has a lot of 80s and 90s stuff. Okay, this is good. I'm not even. But if you set up strategies, yeah, I love this game though. So, you know, this would instantly sell me on the collection, along with trying the other games. And if I had to pick out of the whole collection, this one is definitely up there.
Come on! Come on!
Oh, I guess. What the heck?
Shields, come on! Stars and stripes!
Get the baby out there.
Stars and stripes! Yes! Sweet!
Oh, I brought him back in. Sounds like that.
Sweet! Good work, soldier! Your turn!
Alright, we got Ruby, this pirate lady. I just love the combinations. Like, I could just sit here all day making creative things, and I like games that offer me a lot of creative team setups. Like, that's why I like Pokemon. You can set up one hell of a teams. But, that mostly wraps it up, except there is a platforming game here, and you could say I definitely like my platformers, but I've played better platformers than the Punisher, and I usually need 2 players due to my low vision, so I need someone telling me like, hey, you gotta go like to the left, we have to go to the right, because the arrow thing comes up. But seriously, like, the best way to judge anything is you have to find your own, what you are looking for in that game or even that series if you're watching something. Like, hey, Sonic Boom. Probably not like a comic book kind of show, but it is funny. I watched it, it's funny. More comic book stuff is The Adventures of Sonic, or even Saturday Morning, which looks a lot like a Star Wars thing going on. But that's an example. Each of these variations have something interesting to offer in the storyline. And the same goes for this series, and the same goes for a series that maybe you love. Something like, man, you could just name anything. Uncharted, Last of Us, Call of Duties, whatever. There's like a specific thing that goes for what each individual player is looking for. In some cases, because we don't like the other game, we get hypercritical and then like create this tension. And we have these little like, X and Reddit wars and stuff for no reason. You just stick to what you like and voice your opinion why you like it. But
don't call it X, call it Twitter. It's
Twitter, fine, Twitter, X, whatever. But I like I said, like, you can find, how did I say, what did I pick? I said, I'm not sure I would pick X-Men, Children of the Atom. Someone else might pick that over Marvel superheroes any other day because they're not me. They're looking for something different. And that's cool, you know, like, And if anybody that watches this has even played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 3, you know there's so many similarities and massive differences all at the same time. So, and you're like trying to, man, which one's better? It's more like which one's better for you, but then you kind of learn the world doesn't have to agree with you. And that's something, you know. What really concerns me is that if people aren't addressing their stress and issues that they have at home or with their personal life and their personal career, their health, their growth, it can affect how you are projecting yourself with opinions because you're letting your stress out in the wrong way. You're doing like a forced outlet, but not addressing the problems that you or someone else might have. Or me, myself, if I just go criticizing stuff incorrectly. I just wanted to bring like a happy answer to a lot of tensions that everyone has. And it's nice that, that even anyone who watches this, that someone in the chat room was saying, hey, and it's been rough for a couple of months. Yes, it has. For them, it has, and if they go spreading their opinion, it could be a convoluted opinion about a game if they're like using the emotion attached to something else, but related to the game. But when things are all cleared up, they probably have the coolest stuff to watch. Same with me. If I'm just gonna be like, man, this game makes me feel this way. You know, you all shouldn't do this one here and this one this, then I'm just attaching a personal emotion to the wrong thing and not solving a problem I might have. And that's what makes it hard for me to hop on stream. It's like, I want to just come on here and have some fun and say hi to people. But everything is so debatey these days that I just kind of want to ease the tensions. How do you play this thing? I'm going to find out. Oh, Haichu. He always screams something weird. I hear Haichu. No, wait. Oh, they can throw it. I hear Haichu, I hear bless you. My shoe, she's saying something. I keep forgetting there's like a reason, but I think this... Yeah, no, I would play this definitely with... I guess even if I could see much better, I would definitely want to play this with some friend, like, you know, for real. Yeah, I mean, like, when I played Streets of Rage 1, 2, 3, it's always fun with friends, and definitely 4 would be, I'm assuming. But, and actually, I do like the fight. Actually, that's what I like with my fighting games. I do enjoy the regular arcade mode and then versus with friends. And it's like, you know, you're just bringing your best at each other and trying to learn what your weaknesses are and stuff. And, man. Anyway, this is kind of long, so I got to transfer this video to YouTube. This is not meant to be a super long stream. If you wanna if you wanna follow me for more interesting content or some of my streams and just chill reviews or looking for someone to talk to, yeah, give me a follow here on Twitch. My YouTube is Black Hole Gaming Report. Black Hole Gaming Report, that's where I'll be transferring my videos, and I usually upload little shorts and stuff there. Sometimes even like actual physical videos, you know. I recently was kind of advocating for protecting physical games, you know, because they're definitely trying to get rid of them, and we all need physical copy games if we ever want to play them again or hand them over to, you know, our future well, kids or neighbors, whoever you're giving them to, even if you're going to want to resell them. It's just, damn, you can't lose those things. We just can't. But, you know, it's pretty much about it. I always appreciate any comments on the YouTube and all that. But this was just meant to be a more or less moderate video about judging and buying. And kind of like experiencing live what helps you judge on what you want to buy. Like, some games just really hooked me in, and then the point was to really feel out if these games were actually separate. I didn't buy it as a collection, just separately, which would I want to buy. And if all 7 of these were available but separately, and I had a budget and I had to choose between like 2, be like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I guess Marvel Superheroes vs. X-Men. I mean, versus Street Fighter, because it's like up to date with X-Men, Avengers, and Street Fighter characters, which is nice. Or if I felt I needed variety, good choice is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and actually this Punisher game. Then you get like a beat-em-up platformer of some guy screaming about how he choose bless you or his shoe, whatever he's saying. But seriously, Punisher's cool. And, you know, this collection is great, and I'm glad that they port stuff. On a side note, I have no way to, like, stream Pokemon games, but BDSP was actually pretty fun for me, because the NPC is, like, trying to actually beat you up with a challenge. I enjoyed that game. It links to Arceus, Arceus, whichever you want to call it. And that is exactly what I'm going to play after this, is like some Arceus, because that game is just wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Let's just emphasize on the rolling there. Wonderful. Why is it wonderful to me? Because it has a lot of RPG elements that I enjoy in a game. Feels kind of like Skyrim-y mixed with like another genre. But it's Pokemon, and it's just a really nice experience. But I could also see where some people are like, whoa, I can't stand Arceus after a while, because it's like, too much of this or that. But I really enjoy it. I love it. So I'm going to go play that. And most likely offline I'll be playing this. Yeah, and if anybody leaves me feedback, especially like on the YouTube comments or something, when it goes to Black Hole Gaming Report, it's like, yeah, I'll take some comments, whatever. If you guys want me to continue streaming some stuff, you know, it's totally cool. That'd be really great. If there's something, like I said, I just do these for fun and to hang out and stuff. And it's been a long time. I was sick for a while. You know, you want to talk about personal issues, I was sick, and then I stopped streaming. But I'm probably gonna do it some more. Just gotta find the right times, because I need to get like loud on these streams, and I want to respect my neighbors and all that. So yeah, all that good stuff. God bless everyone. Thanks for listening. Like, follow, subscribe. Let's talk again next time, everybody. And to Friendo out there, you got someone that's willing to listen to you. They're out there. And for everyone else too, stay strong.